There's a country where mountains glow red at night, where a Buddha the size of a 23-story building watches over two rivers, where a valley exists that makes your GPS lose its mind completely. I'm not talking about a movie, I'm talking about China, and we're about to go to places so impossible looking. Even the aliens watching us from above are confused. But first, do you even know what's hiding inside China's mountains? Hit subscribe right now. This channel drops places most travel guides are too scared to show. New one every week. Don't miss it. Gao Yiling first stop. Take a breath. Nothing prepares you for this. Gao Yiling is what happens when the earth decides to show off. Red sandstone eroding for millions of years into knife-sharp ridges, steep rock walls, and wave-shaped mountains stretching to the horizon. From the top, about 1,640 feet high, you're looking down at deep valleys and red rock forests that change color throughout the day. Morning light turns them orange, noon makes them blood red. Sunset, the whole place glows like another planet. Local legend says this was once the resting ground of a heavenly dragon. On stormy nights, those glowing ridges are the dragon's body, still pulsing with ancient energy. Early morning hikers report us a soft light floating along the ridge. No source, no explanation. Locals call it Long Guang. The sacred dragon light appears only to pure-hearted people. So if you go and don't see it, that's on you. But what if a mountain was so holy that millions have been climbing it for over 1,000 years, and it's still not fully understood? If this is already blowing your mind, smash that like button. It tells the algorithm this content deserves to be seen. Mount Amei, Sichuan Province, one of China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains. The moment you see it, you understand why monks chose this place. Over 10,167 feet tall. At the base, dense subtropical forest. Climb higher, the air shifts and you enter a completely different world. Ancient stone steps disappearing into white mist. Temples clinging to cliffs like they grew there. The golden summit is the crown jewel. You're standing above the clouds. The valley below just disappears. Baoguo Temple and Wanyan Temple aren't tourist stops. These are active pilgrimage sites, operating for centuries. Buddhist followers still climb this mountain on foot, some on their knees, as an act of devotion. Also, wild monkeys live up there, and they will steal your lunch. You've been warned. What if a mountain was the physical birthplace of a future Buddha, and UNESCO confirmed it was special enough to protect forever? Subscribe if you want to keep going. I have over 30 locations and they only get stranger from here. Mount Fanjing, Guizhou Province, 8,400 feet above sea level. From a distance, 2 temples sitting on twin stone peaks jutting straight out of an ocean of clouds. Connected by a bridge, the only way up? Thousands of stone steps cut directly into the mountain. This mountain is also home to animals found nowhere else on Earth. The Guizhou snub-nosed monkey, golden coat, a face that looks permanently startled. Fewer than 750 left in the wild. Lives only here. The biodiversity is so extreme UNESCO made it a World Heritage Site in 2017. According to Buddhist tradition, this is where Maitreya, the future Buddha, attained enlightenment. Pilgrims still make the grueling climb today, every step treated as a prayer. What if an entire ancient town was named after a mythical bird locals believe still flies over it today? Quick reminder, the like button is free, and it helps this channel reach people who've never heard of these places. Fenghuang Ancient Town. Not every incredible place in China is a mountain with monks and monkeys. Some are towns that look like they slipped out of a dream. Fenghuang Ancient Town, Hunan Province. Fenghuang means phoenix. Old wooden houses with curved rooftops line the Tuojiang River. So close to the water they look like they're leaning in to have a conversation with it. Stone bridges arch over the current. Narrow stone streets twist between walls covered in moss that's been growing there longer than most countries have existed. Come in autumn, the whole town turns gold. The trees, the reflected light on the water, the worn wooden planks of the bridges, nature applied a filter to an entire city. Legend says the town was named Phoenix because the mythical bird has always been drawn to this land. When the phoenix appears, prosperity follows. Standing here, watching the river drift past these ancient rooftops, you feel it. But peace is about to end. What if I showed you a valley so mysterious locals named it after immortal spirits? Part 5 Wangjian Valley and Longshan Wangjian Valley. The name translates directly to looking at immortals. When you see it, you get it. Lime mountains on every side. Clear streams cutting through the valley floor. Morning mist moving through the trees like something alive. Old stories say wise spirits appeared here. The name was given by people who genuinely believed they'd seen them. Today, it's a premier eco and spiritual retreat. People come to meditate, reconnect, find balance. The air here genuinely feels different. Longshan in Hunan province hits differently. 116 square miles of sharp peaks, sheer cliffs, waterfalls, and an ancient temple network active for centuries. Spiritual practice and geological wonder existing side by side. You can't separate the two here, and you're not sure you should. What if the most jaw-dropping artwork in human history was carved directly into a cliff face? Over 1,000 years ago? We're halfway through and it only gets wilder. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. Longmen and Yangon Grottos forget everything you know about sculpture. At Longmen Grottos, tens of thousands of Buddhist statues were carved directly into a cliff face beside a river, over 400 years. The largest stands over 55 feet tall. Every facial expression, every hand position, every fold of a robe, hand-carved. When sun hits the cliff at the right angle, the statues cast shifting shadows across the rock face, like they're moving. Inside the caves, cool air, complete silence, broken only by wind and water. You've stepped through time. Emperors of the Tang and Northern Wei dynasties ordered this project, not for themselves, for their people, a national prayer, carved in stone. Yangon Grotto in Shanxi province, bigger, over 53 caves, 51,000 statues. Largest figures stand 56 feet tall. The style blends Central Asian, Indian, and Chinese artistry, a visual record of the ancient Silk Road. Standing inside, surrounded by thousands of carved faces staring down, you feel small. In the best way. We've done sacred carvings. But what about a waterfall so powerful it sounds like a tiger roaring, and it's the birthplace of a god? Hukou Waterfall, the Yellow River, birthplace of Chinese civilization. And somewhere along its stretch through northern China, it does something insane. It narrows, suddenly, from a wide, powerful river down to a gap barely 165 feet wide. All that water forced through that gap and dropping 66 feet in one thundering cascade. That is Hukou Waterfall. The name means kettle spout. The sound is deafening, the spray cloud visible from miles away. During rainy season, the mist alone soaks you before you see the falls. Legend says a god of limitless power, capable of controlling all water on earth, was born here. The roar of the waterfall is his voice. Standing there, that sound vibrating through your chest, you understand why ancient people believed it. From a roaring waterfall to sandstone pillars so tall they inspired an entire blockbuster movie. Can you guess which one? If you're still watching, you're a person of culture. Subscribe and like. This channel needs your support to keep going. Zhangjiaji, you know Avatar? The floating Hallelujah Mountains? Those aren't science fiction. They're based on a real place. That place is Zhangjiajie. Thousands of quartzite sandstone pillars rising straight up from the valley floor, some over 1,000 feet tall. Narrow at the base, widening as they climb, wrapped in forest even at the top. They look like they shouldn't be standing. And yet, there they are. The area covers over 160 square miles. Dense forest connects the bases. Waterfalls drop hundreds of feet between the columns. Spring brings electric green and mountain fog. Autumn turns it gold and red. Then there's the glass bridge, over 4,400 feet long, stretched between two cliff faces, 900-foot drop beneath your feet. You walk on transparent glass panels. You can see everything below, every single thing. UNESCO World Heritage Site, unique geology, extraordinary biodiversity. Ethnic minority cultures that have lived among these pillars for generations. This isn't just scenery. This is the kind of place that changes how you see what's possible on this planet. From impossible pillars to a mountain so treacherous its trails come with mandatory safety harnesses. Would you dare walk it? Mount Hua, Shaanxi Province. Highest peak, 7,087 feet. Sounds manageable. A nice hike, some views. Wrong. Mount Hua is home to one of the most dangerous hiking trails in existence. A narrow wooden plank path, Actual planks bolted directly into a sheer cliff face, drop of hundreds of feet below you, rock wall inches from your face. You wear a safety harness, clip yourself to a chain drilled into the stone, and shuffle sideways along the cliff. Ancient stone steps carved centuries ago, still in use today. Some sections barely wide enough for one person. You grip chains with both hands. Fog rolls in. The mountain does not care about your comfort, and yet monks chose this place for meditation. Temples carved into these peaks have been active for over 1,000 years. People built places of worship on sheer cliff faces and called it peaceful, which tells you everything about how different the concept of peaceful can be. From deadly trails to a statue so enormous it literally redirected the flow of a river. How does someone build that? We're in the final stretch. Like this video and subscribe. Your support is what keeps this content alive. Lashan Giant Buddha. Let's talk about real scale. The Lashan Giant Buddha in Sichuan province is 233 feet tall, taller than the Statue of Liberty, including the pedestal. Shoulders, 92 feet wide. Head, 48 feet from chin to crown. Each ear, 23 feet long. The largest stone Buddha statue in the world, carved directly into a cliff face. Construction started in 713 AD during the Tang Dynasty. Took 90 years to complete. The reason it was built? Not for power, not for politics. A monk named Haitong watched the river below kill people, boats capsizing constantly at the dangerous junction. He believed carving a Buddha into the cliff would calm the waters through divine protection. And here's the wild part. Hydrologists later found that the rock carved away during construction actually did change the river current. The water calmed. Whether by faith or physics, it worked. The statue also has a hidden drainage system built into the hair, collar, and sleeves, protecting it from erosion for over 1,300 years. Still functioning today. That is engineering. That is faith. That is one of the most remarkable things humans have ever built. From a giant built to protect, to a lake sitting at nearly 16,000 feet above sea level, sacred to the most isolated people on Earth. What secrets does it hold? Tibet's hidden wonders. Tibet, because what's up here doesn't follow normal rules. Basong Chuo Lake, 11,480 feet above sea level, 7.5 miles long, 197 feet deep. On a clear day, the snow-capped mountains reflect on the surface so perfectly you can't tell where the mountains end and the reflection begins. An ancient temple complex sits on an island in the middle, accessible only by a small bridge. Every year, thousands of pilgrims gather here for a sacred festival at the edge of the world. Quona Lake, 15,900 feet, one of the highest freshwater lakes on the Tibetan plateau. In winter, it freezes completely and becomes a white mirror. Tibetan people believe it is home to water spirits and a gateway to the spiritual realm. People report hearing unexplained sounds. Some say the lake changes color at sunrise. The Anyamakan Mountains, peaks above 20,000 feet, covered in eternal snow. The air at the base is thin enough to slow your breath and sharpen your awareness. Silence so complete you can hear your own heartbeat. Wind through the mountain gaps makes a low sustained sound, like ancient chanting coming from the stone. Locals say only those with spiritual connection can complete the journey here. And the night sky at this altitude, no light pollution, shows the full Milky Way, not a strip, the entire galaxy arcing overhead. Words genuinely fail. Final question, and this one might keep you up tonight. What if there's a place in China where compasses stop working, electronics fail, and people vanish, and scientists still have no explanation? Super. Before the final reveal, subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell. This is the content worth coming back for.